is going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in tonight. It is Friday. It is Friday, and we are here. We made it. I got a lot of things going on this weekend, but when don't I? Thank you guys for tuning in. I got a lot of people in here already. We got 25 people lined up ready to hear me talk about nonsense. But you know what? That's what I'm here for, and I'm here for you guys. What is going on, everyone? I know there's a lot of comments. I'm going to try to get to them all. William, what is up? All hey, living loud with Andy. Friday night live, boy. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in all the time, Will. We appreciate you, and I especially do. Thank you so much, man. Do I sound quiet? Let me know how I sound. I boosted a little bit of the volume up in the background music. I didn't really mess too much with the gain. Of course, you got to set your gain. You leave it. What's up, Scott? We had an awesome show tonight on the Rolling Thunder podcast. Getting more people tuned in. It's awesome, man. Let's see. Yeah, I know we got Ashy here. What is going on, Ashy? Thank you for tuning in. We got Stu. What's up, Stu? Hopefully, you got your box fixed with your the boat build that you did. Ashy says, I'm fine. Thank you, man. You're fine as well. No, I sound good. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Jaquan, I know I always mess your name up. I know DIY audio guy Justin said it a different way. I'm like, have I been messing up his name this whole time? Thank you for tuning in, man. Speaking of DIY audio guy, what is up? Thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up, the like button, guys. I appreciate you guys. We were kind of lacking last video. I'm not mad at you guys. I swear, I'm not mad. But I see everything. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Bobby B, Andy McKell. It's no nonsense Friday. Exactly. It's always nonsense here, man. I don't know. I wanted to do a topic. I'm pretty good with picking up topics, but I kind of wanted to do an Ask Me Anything, and I got some news for you guys, too. If you want to know about the L7X, stay tuned. Good and bad news, but there's only so much I can say regardless. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. We got Larissa from the Dave and Andy show, his wife. What's going on? Dave wouldn't let me watch Scott show because he wanted to watch Senior here on Netflix. You know what? You can't watch everything, and there's sometimes that I choose other things over podcasts, but you know what? We know you guys are watching. You guys are tuned in, and if you miss an episode or two, we're not going to be too mad at you. Thank you for tuning in. Dave, speaking of Dave, hit that like, making it rain up here, Dave. Thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat. And like he always says, smash that like button. Appreciate you, man. Casey says, how do you keep your hair looking so nice? Half it's the camera, the other half is Kayla. Kayla cuts my hair. She does a pretty good job, I think. You know what I mean? Looks great. I used to have one hairstylist, but because of the whole pandemic, I couldn't get hair cut. So, yeah, and in the meantime, right before that happened, Kayla started to practice with my hair regardless. So it was like perfect timing. She's been cutting it ever since, man. I found my new hairstylist. And she's free. But I tip good. You got to tip good. All right, let's see. We got DL Carburetor. I seen his other comment in here saying about, like, he missed one show. He missed the world, man. You know what? Thank you for tuning in. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Talking to Justin, liking your vids. Oh, yeah, thanks for supporting our buddy Andy. Justin does support me, and I can't thank them guys enough. All the bigger YouTubers and just people that are in the community. You guys as well. It's been a warm welcome, and I just love doing it for you guys, and I support them too, you know what I mean? Because I watch their stuff. I'm learning from them. We all feed off of each other. We do. You watch their videos, you watch mine, vice versa. It goes. We're all doing the same thing, man. Thank you for tuning in. Oh man, not the good news and the bad news. Well, what do you want to hear first? The good news or the bad news? Let's see. DIY audio guy says he does his own hair. Man, you know what? If I could do that, I totally would. I just can't see this little, the poof. We call it the poof. My kids have long, luscious hair, and I wish I had their hair. Well, guess what? They want my hair. They want the poof. You got to get the poof right. But Justin, man, that's awesome. Thanks. You guys are funny. I don't know what Soul Glow is, but you'll have to inform me. Space Rehab 93. See, I didn't mess it up this time. What is going on? What is up? Thank you for tuning in. John says you're right. You just can't thank Justin enough. Call him every morning at 5 a.m. just to tell him thank you. Hey, I know you're dedicated, John. What's going on, Joe? There's always new kids on the block, Bobby. Listens to New Kids on the Block. I don't know about that. I'm more Backstreet Boys. They're the old kids on the block. Scott says Andy does have great hair always. You know, I try. You know, I get the afro if it gets too long. So you got to maintain the mane. Audio system specialist, what's going on? It hurts so good. Absolutely, man. Tanga. I'm getting better at remembering names, and then once I say that, I'll start forgetting names. You know how that goes. Face Kicker, what is going on, dude? I like your channel, man. This guy does amp dynos as well, man. That is awesome. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Dub Team, tell us about the guy on the YouTube that was giving out false info about subs, so you commented and wanted to help him. I know exactly what video you're talking about. He hasn't made any more uploads since, unfortunately, and you know, whenever you post something on YouTube and it goes negative, that's what happens, and maybe they just don't ever want to do it. And that's why I kind of commented on there like, hey, what you're saying, I don't know who told you that, but it's not right. But hey, if you ever need any help, let me know, man. I will try to do what I do, you know. And this was, God, a year and a half ago, and people were still seeing that comment that I made, and it got a lot of likes, because it's like, you know, everyone else was just ragging on him. I think, if I remember correctly, it was about cone area and tuning, and he was figuring out cone area by multiplying something wrong. Like, he wasn't doing radius squared times pi to figure out cone area. That was the main one, and there was other things that were kind of, you know, okay, bud. He was running Serwin Vegas in a trunk and talking about frequencies and lengths, and it's like, dude, you don't even know what quarter wave, half wave, all that stuff. Like, I don't even know. So I know people try, you know, maybe they just want to feel good, or they want to try to help somebody. And a lot of times that happens when you're early into the community of whatever hobby you're in. And it's, I forget, there's a name for it, where once you walk into it, you start learning things, you feel like you know everything. And usually those are the type of people that make posts like that, where they feel like they know something, they know a lot of it, they want to spread the word, they want to help other people, or they just want to look smart. One of the two or both. And then the more you learn that you don't know. And it's crazy, and then eventually you do learn more, and then the less you talk. That's why a lot of people say, you know, back in the day, you know, in stereo competitions, no one would say their trade secrets. But that's another rabbit hole. I felt bad for the guy. I tried reaching out to him on Facebook, actually, because I'm detective like that. He never accepted my friend request, and I just left it at that. But yeah, it's a shame, man. But thank you, Dub Team, for bringing that up, man. That's crazy. And that video had a lot of views because negativity does kind of go viral sometimes. Not negativity, but just how the comment section kind of didn't go in his favor. And I guess you can say spreading misinformation. All right. Let me see. Where am I at? We got 36 people in here. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, smash a like, please, guys. Thank you. I want to see it when I get off. It's so cool, and you guys mean so much to me. It's just awesome to get, you know, that. Like, I can reach out to you and say, hey, smash that like button. On a video, I can't do that. Live, I can. Like, you're watching me right now. So smash that like button. I don't know what you're doing. It's not going to hurt your algorithm. It takes 2 seconds. I'm not going to say it ever again for a whole month now. You guys just have to remember. I don't want to be that guy either. You know what I mean? I watch some content and it's just like, man, we get it. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. We get it. But sometimes you have to say it. But at the end of the day, it's like, let's just get to the topic. Let's just get to the topic. William, Gadiz, thank you for tuning in. Respect the show. Love the show. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love hearing that stuff, man. And thank you for tuning in on Facebook. That is awesome. So you should be a friend of mine, or you're following my Living Loud with Andy Facebook page, either one. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I try my best. Misinformation. I like that one. I like that one. Let's see. Face Kicker talking to 25. Shoot our Facebook page a message. I got you covered. What's 25 need? He just needs some more 6x9s. What's he need? All right. We got Mullen up in here. What is going on, Mullen? All right. I think I skipped over a few. Baba, what is up? Good news, Andy. I resolved the rattle. Awesome, dude. Awesome. I had 2 screws worked. I had 2 screws worked its way. Okay, 2 screws worked their way loose from the violent vibrating. A little Loctite and torquing it back in. Now I am solid. Yeah, awesome, man. You know, unless you're there, you really don't know what vibrating is. But at least you found it. Yeah, and the Loctite should work. Hopefully you don't take it out anytime soon, which you shouldn't have to. But either way, man, that's awesome that you figured that out, and that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. You have to send me a demo video. I want to see your setup, dude. I know you told me about it in your pickup truck, your 2018 Silverado 2 Kicker Comp RT 12s or 10s. I think 12s. Downfiring box. All right. DL Carburetor. Andy, you said quarter wave. What? LOL, I know nothing, hence why I really do need help. You know, if I could help you more than what I know, I would. I mean, there's just different ways of the length of a wave and then figuring out there's quarter wave, 8 wave, half wave. There's all different ways. And it comes down to the wave length, the frequency, and the distance, and elevation too has a little bit of a thing to it, but not really that much. But literally how people figure out, you know, the resonant frequency, and just a lot of it comes down to sound quality and or SPL, trying to get the most out of your car with how the wave reacts with the vehicle, the shape of the vehicle, the distance the wave has to go, where the meter is going to be. And there's a lot of variables that come into it. And then a lot of people use it to design very good enclosures, because you can make something work very efficiently, where it just works with the length, with the woofer likes that, the box likes that, the car likes that, the meter likes it. That means you're loud. So it comes down to that. Now, what does it mean? DIY audio guy would be the guy that would go down that rabbit hole and could explain it to you to a T. I just know, you know, it's just the length of the wave, the quarter of it, and I've seen people say, you know, okay, blah, 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 blah. With the quarter wave, it'll work with 32 hertz because the length is this, and the length of a 32 hertz wave is 32 feet. So then a quarter of that's like, what, 8? Yeah, 8 feet. 8 feet vehicle, I guess that would work. Now, what's the difference between quarter wave and half wave? Well, obviously, half wave would be half, not quarter, so it would be 16 feet. Now, how does that work with what? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that either. But, yeah. I'll try to dig more into it. I know Hunter, that used to be with JY Power, he was really good with that kind of stuff too. I mean, all those guys are. Anyone that designs an SPL vehicle, they're going to know what a quarter wave is. Now, we got a lot of people in here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, man. I know it's today was a little sunny, a little rainy. It was weird. It was like bipolar, at least here in Pennsylvania today. But we got some time to go to McDonald's, hang out with the kids, do some shopping, and play a little bit of football before I went podcasting. So that was fun. Yeah, I like Face Kicker's videos. He does them opposite of Derek, where he does the 1 ohm load first instead of the 4 ohm load. It's just like, here you go. Here's the meat and potatoes. You can have your dessert later. Face Kicker with a super chat. Thank you, supporting the channel. Keep it up. Thank you, man. I literally didn't even see that. Thank you for the support, man. And likewise, man. It's awesome what we're doing in the community with anyone that does, you know, amp dynos or just car audio videos, man, as a whole. And thank you again for tuning in, man. It's awesome. Deviant! I didn't even see your comment. Andy sees Deviant in the chat and realized he forgot to post. Deviant has arrived, and also to announce 14.4 talk is here. It's okay. I didn't even see it. I am so sorry. And there we go. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I'm trying to go back because it skipped up on the comments. StreamYard's weird. We know how StreamYard can just... And we don't, you know, it happens. It happens. It's live. You know, we're just gonna try to do what we can here. I love that video, man. All right, Jaquan, the Solo Barrick L7 and SQ or SPL SQ sub. The greatest thing about, you know, kicker products from the beginning of the dawn of age of kicker and to the end, they're always going to be a balanced driver. It's always going to be able to do both. And likewise, a lot of drivers are going to be able to do both. Now, how well can they do at one or the other? I feel like, you know, the higher you go with any kind of power handling of any woofer, the farther away you're going to go from sound quality. But yet, there are those products that can still do it. The W7 JL, the Kicker Comp Q. Those type of drivers are designed to be used in SQ applications. And when done properly, you can have a heck of an SQ system. Now, I'm not saying you can't throw a Sundown Type X into an SQ vehicle and not make it SQ. Now, is it going to be a lot harder to? Probably. So can it do both? Absolutely. Is it just SQ? Absolutely not, man. I feel like even an SQ subwoofer, I don't even know if they really make those. And you could still make it an SPL driver. You just put enough of them in your car. You design in a way where that woofer reacts well with it. You're never going to have a problem. Now, obviously, there's limitations. Usually, sound quality drivers do not have much excursion because it's hard to keep things linear. And more structure you have to keep things linear, the heavier things get, harder it is to have sound quality. Just kind of goes hand in hand, man. It really does. All right, let's see. I know I'm like kind of behind on the comments. Okay, I kind of caught up. Not really. I'm never caught up. We got Cornut up in here. 25. What's up, 25? Scott. Blake. I see Blake in there. Thanks for the shout outs on the Rolling Thunder, Blake. Appreciate you, man. National Blake, thank you for tuning in. Talking the dub team, 33 hertz, 5 cubes, 2 XV3s, Sundown 12s, 8-inch BAP, that's a big ass port, 19 inches long. So you're tuned, man, probably like 30 something. That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's going to get down 5 cubes, man. Got just enough port area for those two, even though that's a larger than maybe recommended enclosure for the Sundown. I know that they don't like huge enclosures. I think 5 is right on the money. That's usually how I built them, at least for the two. What was it? It was a 15 Type E's. I did five cubes or something like that with an 8-inch arrow, 14 inches long, 36 or 38 hertz tuning. Now the 12s, yeah, if you throw enough power on it, it's still gonna be loud, man. That's awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in. Joe Cook, I'm ready for the good and bad news. Well, if you were already on the Unmasked show last Tuesday here, you would already know this information. And I just wanted to make sure that I could relay it, since they actually didn't talk about it on the show. I was like, man, you know, I don't want to say whatever, but we're going to do it. And, you know, the way I feel about it, I mean, it makes sense. But at the same time, the good news, I can't really say. That's the thing. And that's what kind of stinks about this whole thing. But again, I know that they're going to treat us well. So with the bad news, obviously, and it makes sense. Everyone, the L7X is not going to be here until Q4 of 2022. Now, if they have everything done and it's ready, it could, again, like they always say, but with the economy and just how everything's going, you guys understand. And being a company and releasing this product to make sure that everyone can get it when it does come out. They don't want to give out 20 and then be like, oh, we're out of stock. We're waiting on them. They're stuck on a boat. So I understand it. But the good news, I mean, I can say a little bit. There's other stuff coming too, man. And they drop winks and hints. You know, it's going to be awesome, man. The Solo X, L7X family. We're not just talking about woofers, man. And it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be worth the wait. And long story short, I guess I could say it. I'm going to say it. It'll be available too when this comes out. And I guess you could say that that's the good news. That we know that. But I can't say too much. That's the thing. And but again, because they did say it was going to be ready Q2, and we are in Q2 now. And I know you guys are probably bummed out. Man, it's not going to be here. If you missed the Unmasked shows, the first time you're hearing it. But regardless, at least we know it will be here Q4. I know, promise. But you have to understand. With just everything going on. It'll be here before you know it, and it's going to be an awesome product with everything along the lines with what's coming. That's the good news. So either way, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know. Public service announcement. It's not going to be here till Q4. So hopefully it could come sooner. But either way, man, this thing's going to look beautiful sitting under my Christmas tree. I don't know about you. All right, let me get to some of the comments here. All right. L7X is harder to find than Bigfoot. Yes. Stu says, I feel like the L7X is going to end up like the DX1400. What is the DX1400? I never heard of that. Trust me, they will bring it out. It will be here. It's unfortunate, but man, did they pick a time to come out with the Solo X, the L7X, right before the pandemic and everything happened. We're all, whatever, they're building it, they're getting ready to release it, and then boom, all this stuff kind of happens, and they're like, well, that's where the Unmasked show came from, the mask, the whole pandemic thing. And it was great. It was an outlet for that. To release it that way instead of, at just a, what's that called? Where they go for, displaying of new equipment coming, and usually it's just other companies looking, not like consumers like us. Now, could probably there would be leaked information here and there. But are those people under DNAs? Or NDAs? I don't know. But either way, man, we knew a lot earlier than we should have. But again, they still could have had it out within a reasonable amount of time when we first found out in October, okay? And it's just of 2020. So all in all, it's going to be 2 years. And, I've known about this longer. I've known about this since 2018, okay? First day I met Steve, telling me, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, and that's 4 years for me, okay? It's just, I understand it. And I know how they are with how they carry themselves. Just like how I do one of my lives. I make sure my lighting's right. My hair looks good. I do what I should do. As a company, them, and as a person, and showing you, whatever this is. This live, YouTube stuff. I try to do it right. Do it the good way. And I feel like that's exactly what they're doing. And it's like, you know what? Better to do it taking a longer time, but to be done right so that everyone's happy. I don't know exactly A to Z of exactly what part they are at, what is holding it up exactly or not. But again, here we are. So I hope that information doesn't drive you guys too crazy, but at the end of the day, man, it's going to be an awesome driver. And with the Solo X family, it's going to be worth it. Wink. There's the wink. There you go. All right, let's see. I'll pull that back down. SJC is up in here. Dave, what is up, Dave? He's on Facebook now. Baba, is there going to be shallow mount iterations of the L7X for us truck owners? Blow through seems to be inevitable. Man, I don't know if the mounting depth would be an issue, but you got to think of it. The L7X is their powerhouse driver. Was with the 10, 12, 18 with this, and now the 10, 12, 15 with this, with the Solo X, the L7X, okay? So, would they make a, shallow woofer? Probably not. Could they make an 8? I would see that to be more likely, and that would maybe work in smaller applications as a truck like yours, or use what they already kind of have in like the 8L7 or the L7T 12. I know they're not high power handling woofers, but again, if you're putting in a shallow mount application, it just doesn't seem to be the best situation. You could do it. But again, I mean, if you can fit some 10s in there underneath, yeah, they're not going to be a shallow mount with a very short magnet and an upside down structure. So the coil and the spider, so it can be so small, how the L7T is. But again, you know, is it going to work with that type of driver? I just don't think so. I don't think so, because then how would you have 3 inches of excursion when your magnet and basket are only 3.5 inches tall? I don't know. You know what I mean? You get where I'm going? But thanks for tuning in, Baba. Appreciate you, man. All right. All right, now everyone dip now because they're like, oh, then L7X ain't coming out now. All right, I'll see you later. It's okay. It's okay. I'm upset too, but, you know, here we are. I know a lot of you guys did see it on the live show. Kicker, Bill was commenting on it, but they just didn't talk about it on the show. If they did, I totally missed it. I was having some issues anyway towards the end of that show. Face Kicker, Andy, going to Vegas Showdown this year? No, Slamology and Stillwater Designs, Kicker, is my 2 destinations this year. Maybe in the future, man. I know my uncle lives out in Vegas, so it could work. It could work. My Uncle Tony. All right, let's see. Let me take a drink while I'm going through the comments here. Guys, got a lot going on here. I'm trying to... Okay. Mullen. So I assume they can't get the amps ready and they don't want to release them individually. I know that they... So I gotta watch what I say here. I know that they talked about them bringing amps out, so I guess I can talk about that. I'm sure that has something to do with it. And I feel like, you know, if the KXA 2400s and the 1800s, you know, like, or just whatever amplifier that's their biggest currently, if they were more readily available, it may be an option, but yet that's like, you know, painting your car before you take your wheels off. You know, you might as well have everything that goes with everything together. I feel like that would maybe let things slide a little bit given the circumstances. But I think you may be onto something with that. That's what I'm thinking. Just because, you know, you would think with a big woofer, what are you going to use to power it? Not a KXA 2400. Sorry, they're just not in stock. They're at dealers. Best Buy, well, Best Buy carried it that big. They usually carry the CX line. But, you know, dealers, third-party dealers, you know, Dean and all those other shops that are Kicker dealers, they get the equipment first. And then when everyone else is, you know, when their bellies are full, then Kicker starts to hold things in stock and sell it on kicker.com. They take care of their dealers first. So you can get them that way. And I don't even know if you still can. If they're floating around, sure. But are they still producing it? I think that's end of line. I don't know about the CX. I feel like the CX is still running. And that's obviously, I think it's available online. Just like anything though, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Because again, they take care of their dealers. So I definitely think you're onto something there. Good question though. Good question, and that's exactly what I was thinking. You know, even with what I know, you know. Joe said, I was here last week, but forgot I'm old. It's okay, man. Thank you for tuning in and following. Appreciate it. Yeah, I literally lost 10 people as soon as I said the L7X isn't coming out until like Christmas. They're like, gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know, it's just they didn't do an official release of, you know, Q4, L7X is coming out. Said it in the comments. Here we are. And I would like, you know, for them to do it instead of me, you know, but that's what I'm here to do too. You know, I'm here for Kicker. And obviously to do my own channel, but you know, it kind of just worked out that way. And it's like, all right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's bothering me. You know, I just want to tell people, because I knew a little bit before, but not that long before. So this is very new information for everybody. Bobby B, Andy, I already have my L7X. She's called Solo X, the kid goat. Yes, yes, I love your goat. I love your goat, Bobby. See, I wanted to name one of my kids some kind of kicker product, but Kayla just would not let it happen. It's okay, you know? Ashley Larry says, I have good news, Andy. I just saved a boatload of money by dropping Geico. Geico is the worst insurance. You can save 15% or more by not calling them. Larissa just watched the video. You know, I'm going to start talking in third person here. Andy just read the comment from Larissa. Cardio car audio. Thank you, Andy. You're welcome, man. Sorry you guys had to hear that, but thank you. I don't know what the thank you was for, but you're welcome. Stu, the DX1400 was a first gen Class D that never got released. They had 350 and 700, but the line changed before the 14 ever made into production. I think that was because of the economy last time, and here we go with the economy again. So maybe that's why. I know that they veered away from the Solo X line in general because of the economy, you know, the recession in 2008, 2009, all that stuff. So we're not technically in a recession now, but if we keep at it, man, we're going to be there. If you looked at gas prices recently, they're higher than they were whenever that happened. But then you look at the value of the dollar then versus the value of the dollar now, it's about the same. But still, it's not doing good. We're not on the right path. Plus, with the war going on, all that other stuff, it's not helping nothing. Not at all. And here we are. We just want to blow our, brains out with bass, and it's just here we're just complaining. But it'll be here eventually, man. Dave. All right, let's see. I'm gonna skip down here. Deviant has a message. Weekly Patreon reminder. Andy has a Patreon. Starts at $1 a month. Let's go sign up. You'll see your name scrolling across the bottom on every live stream. Oh wait, never mind. Patreon, Andy. Oh my goodness, you're right. You caught me. I forgot to do everything. Look at that. I don't have anything on here right now. It's not that. But thank you, Deviant. I forgot to put all this stuff on here. My mind is okay, but I need to get ready for my show this Sunday. I have a family get together to see my grandmother. She's like 89 and doing all that tomorrow. And then the next day I have a car audio show doing that Cancer Society charity event. And I want to try my new bed. We got a new mattress for our bed. King size, of course, nice memory foam. So I just want to pack up the car, do all that, do this, and try it out and go to bed, man. I can't wait. My hips hurt. Thank you, Deviant. Appreciate that, man. I totally forgot about that. Well, it's there now. It's there now. You would think it would just go on automatically. It just doesn't. It doesn't. David is always looking for Lightning audio. I mean, he loves Rockford Fosgate. They're one and the same. It's one and the same. 25. Come on, Andy, do you feel Ernie is supervising on your Tuesday show and probably right now? I mean, I enjoy them tuning in, and you know what? I'll take critiques from anybody, especially people that are like, they do professional stuff. And it's like, I don't feel like, like they're my parent or whatever, but it's like they're friends. And it's like, I've always been that guy that's a kicker guy, that ran kicker, that supported kicker, blah, 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 kicker. And they're like, who is this guy? Why does he run kicker so much? And then I just happened to do a YouTube channel, and everything just kind of snowballed effect. It just rolled in, and it just feels right. And I want them to watch my shows, man. I feel like if you were in my position, you would want to too. Yes, it puts added pressure on the table, but you know what? I'm a pimp under pressure. Lay the money on the dresser. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, 25. 25, Andy stole Christmas. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm going to bring it back. Q4, man. That's a good excuse, though. That's a good excuse, It's like, hey, babe, I want to get that new L7X and all that other stuff that's coming with it. The whole kit and caboodle. I just want it all, and it'll be my Christmas present from you to me. That works so much better. Because everyone's birthdays are different times. Right now, everyone already got their system ready for competition. Like, if you're going to do any date, I feel like right before Christmas is the perfect time to get the subwoofer, to build the enclosure, a woofer that's never been created. There's no template yet, okay? There's no box designs from anybody yet. So you get the woofer, you get the specs, you have time to build the box, you got all winter, and then next thing you know, you're ready for spring. But I know you guys are going to be out there doing snow tricks, knocking snow off your car with the brand new L7X, man, 3 days after you got it. Maybe me even quicker, honestly. As soon as it comes in the door, man, it's like, demo, let's do it. Let's build the box now, or it's already done. Oh, let's just drop it in. All right. Baba, wife's hairs rather, just learned that you frequently need to play with the bass and effects knob, depending on the track, varying recording qualities from different media and collection. Absolutely, man. You know, whenever you tune a system, there's no absolute way. You can DSP all you want for days. You play something else, like you tune for rock or country or you know, and you try playing hip hop and R&B, and you're already pushing that equipment to the ultimate where it sounds great. It's not overdriving the equipment, and it sounds like everything is hitting what it should. You got nice fill, nice full sound. You go and play some hip hop and R&B, and next thing you know, your speakers are bottoming out. You got to turn your crossover up. So there is no absolute way, and that's just with genre of music, rather than, you know, how the audio was recorded at what, you know, dB full scale. Was it at a 0 dB where everything's, you know, just top and maxing off, or does it have a low dB where it's just really quiet? And that's the thing where it comes into effect. You know, it's like, okay, maybe I need to just add a little bit of EQ here, add a little bit of bass, pull down the mids and raise the highs, because this is compressed audio. Or, you know, even with your headphones. I was talking and looking, because I'm going to do a little video, nothing crazy, between the Cush NCs and these Tabor 2s, okay? And I asked a good kicker employee friend of mine, and I was like, is there just a better DSP built into the Cush NCs? Because when I re-EQ these Tabor 2s, they can sound quite darn equivalent to the Cush NCs. And it was like, yes, it's just a cheaper chip. It doesn't have as good DSP, good as Bluetooth or whatever, you know, just the way that they manufacture it, and that's to keep the price down. Out the box, they sound flat. You add some EQ to that, man, it sounds really, really good. So just like anything, you're always testing and tuning, and then you have to re-EQ it. With the Cush NC, you don't have to do that. It does it by itself. And that's what's really nice. So yes, you can get, you know, different things that automatically DSP, but do you want that? Do you want an amplifier that has a clip detector where you lose some dynamic headroom? You know, or do you just want to not destroy your equipment? It all depends what you got, man, and honestly how far you're pushing your equipment. If you're pushing your equipment to like 50% of what it can really do, you're never really going to have a problem, and then you can tune things accordingly. But if you're pushing things to their ultimate limit, trying to get the most out of what you got, you really have to pay attention what you're doing, what you're playing, how you're tuned, and what you're playing. And I know that because I'm always trying to get the most out of what I got, just like the next guy. But I feel like more than everybody else. I'm not building a giant wall. I don't got thousands of watts. I don't got 20,000 woofers. I got one of everything. And I like doing other builds too, where it's just like, you know, okay, this is simple, I got all this amplifier power, everything's on tap, more power than I'd ever need, and it's great. But then again, I'm pushing things to their ultimate limit. So it's like, what do you want? Something that just demos, no problem, you can just walk away? Or do you want something that really sounds good for what it is, and you're pushing things to the limit, but you gotta be careful. Whew, rabbit hole. I fell down it. El Fuego Andy, koozie makes a fine name for either a gender or a nickname. I like it, yeah. We'll just put kicker in front of it. SJC, what's nuts is the record profits companies are generating. I missed half that conversation. Oh, Seth, what's going on? I saw Blake's comment there. Seth, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in, man. I will see you Sunday. Man, I feel like, what's her name? Heard? Wait, my name. Man, it's a funny side jag. Yesterday, like, my dad was sick, you know, from like allergies, and I'm like, man, I feel great. I feel great. Like this Zyzol is working really good. Literally, as I went to bed, I just started sneezing. My nose started running today. My nose is running, and it's darn weather. Oh man, I can't even. Still got 36 people in here, man. You know, it's going up and down. You know, I get it. You got to go to the bathroom, get a drink, you know, or you get a notification. You got to jump off for a second. Totally understand. I'm the same way, man. I just appreciate you guys tuning in and just hanging out, having your conversations, and just, you know, it's nice that we got to talk about the L7X and just, I haven't seen too many questions here. I'm trying to go back a little bit on the comments here and just go through everything and see what I missed. Lightning audio, I have a few. I loved Lightning audio. That was my first subwoofer, man. Absolutely. John, Andy, no worries. If you can only say yes, no, but not expand, do you know how the sensitivity of the L7X series compares to the L7Q class? I got one sheet of tile small parameters, but those aren't even the final ones. They actually changed it since then. Because I think that was with the foam surround, not the rubber surround. So I don't know if that changed efficiency. I'm sure it did. And I don't know if I can't say the dB rating because they haven't either. So I got to watch what I say. Now, is it the same or less? I mean, honestly, it's... Well, I don't even see the 15. I just know the 18. I know the 18's 89 and 91. So, and that's kind of high, but it's an 18. So the 12, what I got, I mean, honestly, you see anything from like, what, 83 is like Type R's, 83, 84, Sundown, Scar, stuff like that, depending on, you know, what line. And then like good is like 85, 86, 87 is like pretty good. And then 88, 89, 90 is just really, really good, especially for a 12, man. So it's right in the middle of the ballpark there, man. You got to think of it. It's a 3-inch driver. It's got 2,000 RMS, give or take, and it's got 3 inches of excursion. It's bound to give up a little bit of efficiency. All right, let's see. Yes, SJC, thank you, man. Hit the like. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. All right, okay, all right. I caught up there. I'm like going through the comment section, trying to pick out stuff. I like how you guys have like conversations while I'm talking. It's great. It's great. Let's see. I mean, I do the same thing too. I try not to do it too much because I know that the people who are streaming see the same thing, and I don't want. And I know that they might throw up my comment more often than maybe the next guy. So it's like I try to watch what I say when I say it. But if I'm talking to somebody, it's like I'm talking to somebody. And it just happens, man. I mean, that's the whole point of this, because it's like a group hangout session. I'm the one on the screen, and you guys are just sitting in the background, wherever you're at, your remote locations. And it's so cool, man. It really is. We take a lot for granted. Andrew Carr, thank you for tuning in. Andy, you watch Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. They said they don't want their families to give them gifts because guys give guys the best gifts. I can't even hope for Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. Be like, it's okay. I'll just have so-and-so buy it for me instead. I mean, you know, when you're in a relationship, your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, whatever, you know, like the finances are obviously shared in most situations. So it's just like, it's a better excuse, you know. And then it's like, I don't want nothing else. No underwear, even though I need, like, you know, underwear. No underwear this Christmas, you know. I just want the L7X. It's easier to swallow for them. Take that as you will. Now we're talking about demo songs. Lamb of God, Break You is a great one with subs. Corn Nut. Let's see. Okay. Take a sip here. All right, well, we're at the 46-minute mark. You know what that means. If you guys got any last questions, comments, anything, drop them down below. I mean, we had a really good show so far. We really have, and everyone's hanging out. And I'll be here as long as I'm caught up. You guys are having your own conversations. That's totally fine. I just, you know, it's an Ask Me Anything. no real topic other than the Solo X, and I've been rambling on for a long time. That's probably why you guys are having your own conversations. They're like, screw this guy. Dub Team, Andy wishes for L7X for Christmas and receives L7X socks instead. You know, that's probably what would happen. Oh man, you know, I'm excited for it, you know, because it's going in Kayla's car. There's no 18 yet, or will there be? There's no 18. So, 2 10-inch L7Xs are going in Kayla's car. And since the other stuff is all going to be coming out around the same time, I don't technically need to run the amps that I have in there already. So, there's that. But either way, I'm running the 10s just for the simple fact of airspace alone. That's why there's 10s in her car right now. Literally. The 212 L7S, you know, regular L7s, the ones over here, the 12s. The prefab enclosure does not fit in the Eclipse hatchback. It'll fit in the regular trunk. It's not fit in the hatchback. So go in 10s. And if a prefab, even from Kicker, doesn't fit in there, you're obviously not getting the proper amount of airspace for the enclosure of the vehicle. It just works better when you have more space, in a way, for the sound waves to go around the box and then through the car, rather than being choked up. If that makes sense to you guys. So going with two of the 10s and some 1.21 gigawatts of power, man. Joe Cook, what Kicker speakers are good for mid-bass? I mean, my mid-bass might be different than your mid-bass, but if you're... That's another thing, man. I mean, right now, there's only certain ones that you can go with. But I gotta watch what I say. So, what's good for mid-bass that they currently got right now, man? Honestly, I love the Q class stuff, the KSC, or QS, the KS, obviously great stuff. If you're looking for like mid bass, they do have some 8-inch drivers that play up to 500 hertz, like the Comp R8, the RT8, you know, like they have stuff like that you could technically use for mid bass. The L7T, which I was thinking about using as mid bass, you know, a 10 or a 12, probably a 10-inch driver L7T for mid bass. More like that punchy doom 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 bass in my front door, and to look cool to have squares in my, you know, door panels. Like how cool is that, you know? Car audio fanatics, SPL addicts with Basshead Brandon here in New England, Ohio, or New Ohio. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. If you're from Ohio, you're not too far from me. I'm a little bit 20 minutes from west of Pittsburgh. Andy, your crossover point for Cookie Monster. Until recently, it was at 55 hertz because I just did not play that much, and it's kind of set at 55 still. I'm still doing more tweaking of literally finding out what I can play, because I can play a lot higher, man. That demo video played a 38, which is what I normally could do, but now it's like the 38 is more authoritative, and I can play I can literally play Beamer, Benz, or Bentley, which is 47 hertz. Okay. It's not the loudest, but it's playing bass. Like, it's probably like a 140, I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe. Like, it's there. It's keeping up with everything. Like, when I changed that enclosure, I made it way more musical, and I didn't understand that. But when you make the half of the port go outside of the box, you're changing more variables than you think, man. And whenever the port doesn't go outside the box, it's built into a smaller, you know, a sealed off section that it's still the same size enclosure taking up the vehicle, but yet the enclosure is smaller. And because the port is halfway in, halfway out, it changed a lot of variables, man. It's insane, but you know what? Hey, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I can actually play music now. I can play stuff. Like, I can play non-rebass music, Backstreet Boys, just, you know, regular stuff. And it sounds like an SQ vehicle because the box is big. Did you ever see, like, if you want an SQ ported enclosure, run it big. Yeah. In some ways, man, you really can get that SQ factor just because there's less things resonating. It's not making it real peaky and stuff like that. Not like Cookie Monster's ever going to be an SQ vehicle, because what you hear on the left is on the left, and you sit on the right, then you can hear what's on the right. There's no staging whatsoever. But it's so you can hear the music. Point it right to your face. SJC, Andy, how can we establish a Team SP Loud on the West? Man, I know I brought that up, I think Tuesday or last week, and it's just, you know, I never wanted to branch out or franchise out or have chapters of Team SP Loud, just because, for the simple fact that, say they're over there, and they're like, oh yeah, I heard good things. I follow Andy and this and this and this and that. And then they go to that show, maybe not all the way out west, but you know, in different areas. And I'm not there, or they have a bad experience. And then it's like, oh, Team SP Loud sucks, blah, 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 blah. If I want to have anyone say anything negative about it or good about it, I want it because of me. You know what I mean? So that's why I never branched out because of that. Just for that simple fact, man. Yeah, you can have a franchise that does really well, but you have to watch who you have run that. And, man, I've had good luck and I've had bad luck. I have a lot of acquaintances, friends, but people that I can really trust, not that many, man. Not that many. Can count them. Deviant says this may beat Tuesday's stream, which means this is the stream of the week, man. That's pretty impressive, man, for you saying that, because I know Tuesday was the stream of the week. It was pretty good. I thought it just went great, and yeah, man, I seen your comment at the end. I was like, thank you, Deviant. But yeah, man, I just doing me, man. Just doing me. Ashy Larry, only bass tube I ever liked was a bazooka. I've had one, but it was a bazooka, but it was circle, and it sounded pretty good. I threw it actually in there with, yes, I did. I threw it in there with the dual bandpass enclosure too. It worked. It made it a little bit louder. Not that much, but hey. Blake, thank you for tuning in, man. Lower impedance will have a lower voltage drop at clip due to the high current causing higher voltage drop across the rail capacitors. Okay, let me read this again. Lower impedance, so wiring lower, will have a lower voltage at clip. Okay, so on the rails, the voltage, the AC voltage will be lower due to the high current, which is the current causing the voltage drop, because if your current is higher, then your impedance is lower. You have a lower current, your impedance is higher for the same rail voltage. Gotcha. Across the rail capacitors. So you're saying it'll will have a lower voltage at clips. So you're saying when you're, let alone your voltage dropping, say you're 14.4, doesn't budge. So you're saying if you set the DD1 on a resistive load at 1 ohm, and you set it and it does 83, we'll say. So then you're saying at 4 ohms on a resistive load, and you set it, it'll go higher and not clip? Is that what you're pretty much saying? And that kind of makes sense in a way, but why, I don't know. Good comment, man. I get things, but I'm not, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't, Google, YouTube, man, best friends. 80 hertz for the win, Deviant. Baba says, was just caught off guard when tunes cut out for 2 seconds while sitting at a stoplight, but I was running FTB. I don't know what FTB is. Facebook, I think. Oh, Dave with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. You know what? Unless that was a super chat a while ago, I totally didn't see it up there. I'm just talking too much. And another super chat. Dave, thank you, man. I see you, buddy. I'm trying to get to these comments. And another one from Corna. I'm missing them all. I'm so far behind, man. You guys got to yell at me. Like 20 minutes in the past, yell at me. So I know that I'm behind. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cornut. He's coming in early. He's saying it's about that time. I got you, Cornut. I got you, man. I got you. All right. Let's see. Wow, I was really far behind. Woo! Okay. RGA's even in here. What's up, RGA? Wow. Yeah, I am definitely side jagging way too much. Okay. Let's see. Big facts. All right. All right. No, I'm not too far. Okay. I'm right there. Any base tube or regular box for that 8-inch? 25. I'm going to go with a ported enclosure for both. For the L7-8 and the bazooka. I know the L7-8, it's estimated bandpass, EBP. You divide the FS by the QES. It'll give you what it should work in. If it's around 0.5, it'll work in both. If it's below 0.4, it's definitely sealed. If it's above 0.5, yeah, you can use it imported, but this is a 0.65. Very high. ported enclosure. Could it work in a sealed? Sure. But I want to get some output out of it, and if it's weighted that way, let's go that way. Let's not fight it. All right, it's an hour show. Yes, 25. All right, let's see. Again, thank you, Cornut and Dave, for your super chat. I love you guys. Joe Cook, what kicker speaker are good from... Okay, I got that one. See, I'm not that far behind. I'm not that... Okay, right there. StreamYard is weird sometimes, man. I don't know if I need to contact them, because the super chats, unless I'm talking too much. I didn't even see the super chats. There's no way. There's no way. I usually see those, man. It's like, boom, right there in your face. I have to scroll through the comments to see anything. Okay. Dub team, hey Andy, how did your partner's setup go with the 210s? Is that kicker prefab with the round side port? Yeah, really good. I haven't metered it yet. Haven't really had too much time. I took it out to like the store and drove it around and demoed it. It sounds really good. Check out my Andy's Extra. I got like a small demo video of it. Sounds good. And it doesn't have the arrow on the side. They changed that up. The port is in the middle on the front, but it's tuned to 31 hertz, man. Thing gets down. Full tilt boogie, man. Thank you, Deviant. Larry's looking at Solo 15s, Comp VR 10s too, and some scars. Looking at scars and kickers, man. Same. And a factory enclosure right now in my face. Oh, I am looking at a brand. So you must be in a stereo shop or something. Thanks for tuning in, Ashy. Paul! What's going on, Paul? Team Base Outlaw buddy right here. I love you, Andy. Hashtag TBO. You tagging Hogan. And I are at Josh Daly's. What's up, guys? Holy crap. For his graduation, we see you Sunday. Dude, you guys are coming out. That's right. You guys are pretty close to Johnstown. So that definitely works, man. That's awesome. And I'll see you there, man. We'll get to actually hang out a little bit more. Are you going to Slam this year? Let me know if you're going to Slam or just message me. Deviant, no one else interacts with us plus me and 25, aka 14.4 Talk, no longer join Wednesday or Thursday streams, which shows by the lower views on those days. Hashtag numbers don't lie. Hey, you know, I wish you guys could just all get along and things happen, you know what I mean, and you can't force stuff. So I understand on both parties, man. It sucks. Hogan, what's going on, buddy? Yes, we will see you Sunday, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Joe, have a great night. You too, man. There's Seth. Seth will be there too on Sunday. It's going to be a reunion. It's going to be good. I remember going to this thing, and like I know Seth was going, and that was about it. Now it's turning into a bigger thing. I think this is a fourth. Yeah, it's fourth annual. Super sticker. Thank you, Dave. Blake says Andy has the anti-kicker. It only plays under 40 hertz until I did this new design. It plays above 40 hertz. It plays non-wasted information. So I'm gonna have to word the decal different because I was gonna put like all plays wasted information, but I think I'll just put full of wasted information. Which I'm almost ready. I buffed the car on the back taillight to get the back trunk to get the old decals that got destroyed. There's some new ones on there. Solo de Gloria, giving glory to God alone. It's on the Stillwater entry, which is just awesome. It's a little secret message, which is cool. No one else has that. I like having that on my car, man. And put that back on there. That was a sticker that got ruined, and I got more space for stickers, so we'll figure out a place somewhere else. Stanky Panky. Yes, always, brother. I love my Jeep. The Stanky Panky is musical. You need that music, man. I hated being only play like 10 songs. You know, the frequency range couldn't like vary too much, or it would just fall off, or, you know, it just didn't sound good, or it would unload. I'm still learning of what I can play, and I can play so much more with both windows down, and I don't know if it has something to do with me making the floor stronger, more bracing, just the overall design, just everything I did with Tony and them helping me with the box. I did all the other stuff, but making the box stronger, those 4x4s is bracing. Those things are just massive. And just the way that we strengthened the top baffle. I feel like a lot of, you know, I could have been a lot louder even what I had before if it would have just been braced a little bit better. Ooh, I'm sorry. I got indigestion, man. Whew. I know Russ will be there too. See you Sunday, man. Absolutely, dude. I hope it doesn't rain. We'll see. I know we're doing rain or shine, man. We got tents. We'll all huddle up. We'll be okay. Blake, last weekend, Jasaw told me that the same thing. Larger boxes have greater dampening due to larger air spring. Yeah, it's the larger air spring. Now, dampening factor, I'm sure that has something to do with the sound quality aspect of things. For sure, man. Ryan Bass is in here, tuned in. Thank you for tuning in, Ryan Bass. All right, let's see. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, now it just goes down to the bottom. Got earplugs. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, fellas from Cincinnati, man? You're a little late today, but it's okay, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Deviant says, Andy, it's time to stop posting my comments. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, the filter was off, you know? I trust you too much, Deviant. Alright, well, let's see. Andy, we side jag, but we listen, nothing personal. I know, man. I know. I know. We're all human at the end of the day, and we all love car audio, and just need to, regardless of, you know, stuff, just try as best as you can to get along with everyone. I'm not telling you have to go and sleep over their house and, you know, break bread with them, but at the same time, you know, we're all here for the same thing. Dave, this background music reminds me of the 80s teen movie. Yeah, this is my long version of my background music, and I kind of like it almost better because it does slow down a little bit. And it's nice because at the end of the show, I don't want to keep going crazy. And it's like, slow it down. Just jam out. Talk. Answer some questions. Wrap it up. I like it. All right. Hogan says, Andy, Paul is louder than me. I hope he is. I hope he is. Nah. I like Paul's, even though it didn't do the best on the meter, and Kevin was talking smack like he always does about, you know, efficiency and score and this and that. Well, sometimes we like to hear it for what it sounds like. Sometimes the meter doesn't like something, but our ears do. And can it play 9 hertz? Can it, you know what I mean? There's factors like that. Can it demo 5 people? Does it do over a 50? Sometimes that's all you need in life, and sometimes that's all you really want. And shoot, man, don't knock on people. I know you're got that 60, Hogan, man. I'd be geeking, man. 40 hertz too, on a couple 15s, but still, man, a 60. Nonetheless, man, that's awesome and a very respectable number, dude. Shoot. Full tilt boogie. That's probably why. I don't know how I missed that one. I never abbreviated it. You know what I mean? Welcome to Kicker. I like that song. Face Cooker, thanks for the video and chat session, my dude. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I do this every Friday and Tuesday around 10 o'clock. So, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that. Andy, get with it. People are making it rain for you. Thank you. So I need to look down here. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, they are making it rain. You're right. You're right. See that 15-minute ahead advance? I needed that. Baba, thank you, man. I ain't getting the notifications. There's something wrong. SJC, we got to figure this out. One more for the road. Support your favorite streamers by hitting them with a super chat or a super sticker. Cornut and Koslik, you have the corn on the outro. Corn on the outro. Thank you, Baba. Thank you for listening and tuning in, man. And thank you so much for your super chat. And it's awesome that you got your system back and not vibrating and falling apart. That's awesome, dude. And thank you for just tuning in, dude. Yeah, it's not giving me notifications like it was. And a $20 super chat would still be there for like 20 minutes. It's not there. Which kind of... I'll even share my screen. I don't know if I can do that without it being like crazy. It might be a little crazy. But you can literally see... my screen. Yeah, there we go. You can see it up here. There's no super chat. and I have to go all the way down here, and then I'll see it right here. But it goes right up in here, and it's not showing it. See, I got another one here, another $20 one. Ashy, thank you, man. I didn't do this, Andy. I'm sure you didn't, man. Thank you for your super chatting. Thanks for tuning in, man. You were right on time today. But yeah, I'm not getting the notification, so you guys are just gonna have to keep reminding me. Shoot, man, that stinks. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I think it's StreamYard. You know, we know how StreamYard is. I'm not gonna throw up that video again. That was funny though. Thank you so much, guys. All right, TJ Foley, what's going on, buddy? You're catching the end of the stream, but thank you for tuning in, bud. Let's see. All right, I think I'm caught up. Awesome, guys. And we're about where we usually end it. And I want to try out my new mattress and pack up the car for Sunday. And you guys are freaking awesome, man. I know we'll be live, what is it? Tuesday. I think they're doing a 102s of car audio, and 101s just a step up. So that'll be good. And I should have I'll have a little bit of content for Sunday. I need to finish post-process my video for the headphones, so you guys will see that first. I got a little video for Rob too with his Big 3 kit. Just been busy with just other stuff and just, you know, living my life too. But I got that content for you guys, and I'll see you guys Tuesday as always. So, but I like doing this Friday stuff because we get to do whatever we want, you know, and we have fun, and it's just my original day of going live, man. SJC, Andy, thank you for the show. Best show of the week. Thank you, man. It means a lot, dude. Thank you for tuning in, dude, and all your help you've given me. Really appreciate you guys. All right, let's see. Andy's getting busy on his daily tonight. Yes. It's nice, man. You know, it's just, I'm a side sleeper, and my hips hurt. El Fuego, StreamYard is a dead duck tonight. I think it's just been this whole week, man. I don't know what it is between Kicker's problems, and I ain't getting super chat notifications anymore. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe it's one of the settings that, you know what? Maybe it's a setting, SJC, that we did with like the window whatever thing, and it's messing up StreamYard, dude, where I just don't get the notification for a super chat at all. But either way, man, I still get to them, and I go through every comment. Maybe it just forces me to go through every comment even more, even though I already do that. But anyway, El Fuego, thank you for your super chat. And Cornet's coming in early tonight with a super sticker. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, 25. Appreciate you, Andy. David, you're awesome. Have a great weekend. Enjoy living loud. Thank you, man. You too, Dave. Get in that jacuzzi and have a cold twisted tea for me tonight, man. Appreciate you guys. I really do. All right. Chatting on the phone. All right. We are good. Let's just get the outro ready. And shoot, I'll play my dad's little video of my dad getting the demo, what I threw up earlier, which was pretty cool. He always gets in my demos. He covers his ears, but you know what? He still wants to hear at the end of the day. So we'll play that, and we'll do our rolling outro. And let's just, yeah. As always, guys, thank you for watching so much. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Stay living loud. See you next time. coming in clutch with the caboose. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys.